G'day cunts. So, real quick one. Saw some bollocks from the Seppo debate brosphere and just had to comment on it, as you do. There's a larger point at play here though. I'll leave it up to you lot to decide if it was worth it or not. Really fast on the background then, there's this bloke calling himself Big Papa Fascist, who is the dude stepping up to fill the void of right-wingers willing to debate lefties, and who was also the recipient of the Crypto Fash Encouragement Award in February of this year, because he's obviously got a long way to go on that front. Seriously, includes fascist in his name, says it's just because libs call his positions fash, but then says a bunch of objectively fash shit, has hella fashy fans, and ostensibly once described himself as something called a democratic fascist. Yeah, real good job there, mate. Anyway, he debated one of our many kings jangles just now, and got bodied hard unless you're the type of person who is impressed by people being confidently wrong and bigoted. His gotcha was footage of this woman and her hubby, who are both trans, and the mother of the kid is suckling the child. He wasn't hella clear on why we should find this gross and offensive, but there's this moment where he says, "I believe this is being done for sexual gratification." Jangles quite correctly then says post-debate, well, this guy is telling us he just posted CP during this argument, and the fascist guy basically just goes cope and is roundly shat on. But look, the problem still remains, and as I've asked him a couple of times on the twatters, if you honestly think this was sexual, which frankly I find that assertion pretty gross and weird, but whatever, that would make the video CP. Hence, why did you play it during the debate? Now I doubt he'll see my tweets, let alone answer them, so let me do it for him. The reason this guy and other cons are sharing this video along with their really good opinions is because they care far fucking less about kids than they do about bullying trans people. There's two possibilities here. The first, well, let's take him at his word regarding his belief for the sake of argument and assume that this is child abuse. In that scenario, a person with an ounce of morality would care enough about the victim, an infant, to absolutely not share this footage. Like, for fuck's sake, when discussing incidents of child abuse over here in the land of the sane, we don't make a habit of showing pictures and videos of said abuse, or in fact any evidence outside of a closed courtroom setting, because we're not complete fuckwits. We do shit like refer to it with our words, like big kids. So yeah, if he does think it's CP, yeah, wow, what a piece of shit for showing it. The second and I think far more likely scenario is that on some level he knows this isn't actually sexual at all, and it's just a mother bonding with her kid. But he has strong fee-fees about who does and doesn't get to be a parent or a mother, and he wants you to feel disgust at this family unit based on nothing but the gender identities of the kid's parents. Notice that again, in this second situation he's still not concerned with the welfare of the kid. So yeah, all in all, this really wasn't much more than we're used to then, was it? Shock of all shocks, a fascist doesn't care about kids beyond their use as a vehicle to spread his immoral, illogical and irrational nonsense. As with all righties bringing up child abuse, if you actually are concerned with the welfare of kids to the point that you want to keep people of a given identity away from children due to risk, I look forward to you following that through to its logical conclusion and removing yourselves along with all other straight men who are the biggest pool of child abusers from any interactions with kids at all. But yeah, fuck this guy, and I hope he follows his leader. Laters.